future of gaming will be upon us this upcoming holiday season. We will get our hands, for the very first time, unless you attended one of the conventions, on the Wii U. Now, the Wii U will be coming out and will usher in a new era of gaming for all Nintendo fans and just gamers alike. But with this, Nintendo decided that it was going to go with an all-new strategy, one that a lot of people didn't see coming. Yours truly sure didn't see it coming. Kind of like that crazy fucking twist within a movie or book or something. You're just like, oh, I bet this could... Wait, what? That happened? You're fucking kidding me! And that is what happened. Nintendo is going to be making all their first-party games, for the Nintendo Wii U, available at launch, digital. So you'll be able to go and get the games, a physical copy of the game, but you'll also be able to download it. Now, while a lot of people may like the idea that there is going to be various options for how you're going to go and obtain your game, you know, you can order it offline, you can go to a store and buy, you can pre-order it, wait at midnight launch, and things like that. But now you'll be able to go and download it. Now, while I do like the idea of having convenience, you know, because, well, it's just very nice, rather than going limiting our options and everything, something came to mind, a certain dread, not Judge Dredd, but just overall dread. And I started thinking about this, I was just like, Nintendo, the one company most people didn't think would go the digital route is. And this is straight from their mouths, keep in mind. And they're going to be offering all their first-party games for download. Are they grooming us for the future where it will be all digital? No, keep in mind, I know for a fact we're eventually going to get to a point where it will be all digital, and that's something that I've just accepted. Do I really like it? Not so much. While I fight tooth and nail to be able to have physical copies of the game, so it really truly feels like I own the game, rather than, you know, just having like a very fancy fucking rental. Yes, I would much rather have a physical copy. Obviously, I'd much rather have a physical copy. But beyond the fact of just wanting to own the game, I started thinking about this. Well, a couple things come to mind. Firstly, whenever I've seen digital downloads made available for any full release games, like for instance, you go into Xbox Live Arcade, or if you go onto PSN, you see them, they're not any cheaper. I can always find them in stores for cheaper. But it's ironic because it's like, well, that's a digital copy. Why is it that I can go and find a physical copy for even cheaper? Doesn't that just kind of like, isn't that backwards? Shouldn't it be a lot cheaper because you don't have to pay to print out the labels and make the cases and make the discs themselves and have them shipped, and you don't have to go and share any of the revenue that's made from the actual game sales with whatever store that you went and shipped them to? That's kind of weird. I think about them just like, that's kind of fucked. Is that what we're going to be seeing again with Nintendo here? I hope not, for their sake, or else why bother getting it digital? It doesn't make any sense. So then, I also started thinking about something else. Most video game releases, like full retail releases, can range from like 3 gigabytes up over like 10 gigabytes. Okay, think about that. Just for one game, just numero uno, just one game. What kind of storage system are we going to be going with? I mean, we could have like the whole thing with like SD cards again. It could have its own internal memory, maybe a hard drive or a solid state drive. But exactly how much storage space are we going to be offered? I mean, are we going to get like 320 gigabytes, 500 gigabytes? Are we going to be getting a couple terabytes? I always cross my finger for terabytes because you'd be surprised how easy it is to burn through storage space. You know, from the fact that you're just going and downloading demos, downloading videos, downloading full retail games, it just burns up real fast, and it's just like that shit and smoke it. So yeah, it can go away really fast. So exactly what kind of storage space are we going to be offered? It would have to be a whole lot. But ultimately, I'm going to go and backpedal. And I truly have to say that I don't plan on downloading any of their retail copies, ever. I'm going to go to the store, like I always have, I'm going to buy the game, so that they can see the physical copy sales are always going to outweigh the digital ones. Why? because that's what I support. I like having a real game. That's all there is to it, and I always will. Is it convenient to be able to just wait at launch? I don't have to go out, meaning I don't have to burn up gas, I don't have to wait in line, and I don't have to deal with any retarded store employees, which does happen pretty fucking often, sadly. Do you want to pre-order? Shut up! Anyhow, we've all been there. You know, you don't have to deal with all that, but the thing is, years down the road, my game is still able to go and sit on a shelf, and I can still go and give it to a friend. Here, you can borrow this. Wow, that's amazing. I can go and play it without needing a whole bunch of bullshit. You know, I don't have to wait for their servers to still be up and the download made available to me. Nope, don't have to do that. I don't have to burn up storage space on my system. Sure, somebody could go and argue, you're eating up a lot of storage space in person. Well, guess what? I have lots of it. I have an entire fucking house. I'm pretty sure I'm okay. And I don't mind going and making just a little bit of room on a shelf to go and put a game there, especially if the game is worth my time and money. But ultimately, the thing is, I like the fact that I own the game. I own the game. And I'm not restricted in any way with my purchase. You know, imagine this, okay? Imagine an all-retail video game world where we can't go and buy the games. Okay, we can't go to a store and purchase them and physically own them. What's going to happen is that the publishers pretty much have all the say-so for how much that game is going to cost, and that's the end of it. Right there. You have to wait for them. Sure, we have the rare occasions on Steam, but look at Xbox Live Arcade and look at PSN. Look at how much some of those games go for. Now somebody could say, oh, you sound like a cheapskate. I don't fucking care. Okay, I have lots of bills to pay, and there's lots of games that I would like to be able to play. Okay, it's my favorite fucking hobby, obviously, or else you wouldn't watch my fucking channel, because I would not be fucking interesting whatsoever. But whenever it boils down to things, it goes even beyond the realms of them just being able to dictate the price amount and pretty much just gouge away at your wallet. No, it goes further than that. Just think about the fact that, like, something like with Xbox, you know, certain retail copies will only be linked to that one account. Not even just the system, just that one account. Like, this download only work with that one account. Oh, you have another account on there because somebody else plays the same exact system? Oh, well, they'll have to go and repurchase the game just so that they can play it. I can't wait to live in that world. That'll be awesome. You know, right now, if you have the game, anybody can play it, no matter what profile they go and sign in under. It really doesn't matter. They could go and sign in under Herpalerpaderp account and go and play the game, or sign in under their regular fucking account and play the game. They don't have to go and repurchase it. That would make no fucking sense. Okay, if somebody came down to my house and was like, oh, hey, Alpha, I was wondering, can I play Resident Evil 3? Sure, you can. If you go to the store and you fucking buy it, and they're just like, what? And be like, yeah, it only works for me. Don't you know that? It's like got some kind of crazy fingerprint scanner, and it can fucking see me, and it's like, oh, you're not Alpha Omega Sig, get the fuck out of here. Not gonna work, error, will not compute. But I think about that, I'm just like, that's kind of fucked up. So Nintendo's going the digital route, one thing nobody saw coming, and we have all these rumors swirling around for the next Xbox and a PS3 and everything. What's the next gen of gaming really going to hold for us? I mean, some people may like some of these ideas of having the digital-only world, and sure, I'm a pessimist by nature. I really am. I always look at the bad points before I look at the good points because, well, that's what I do. But the thing is, how do you feel about it? Do you think that there is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel and that it just seems very bad on the surface of things and that there's a lot more upsides to it? Or do you feel the same exact way that I do and that this is the beginning of the end? Is this going to be like, oh my god, things are just going to absolutely fucking suck, retro all the way? When it comes to gaming, just wanting to stick with all the old classics because, well, frankly, modern gaming has pretty much just gone the way of the shitter. Flush it. Oh, wait, no, double flush it because we still have a couple of nuggets that are floating about on the top. Whatever it is, you can comment down below in the comment box. How do you feel about Nintendo going and announcing all their first-party games being available for download on release? What do you think about the whole storage thing? What do you think the future of gaming is going to hold for us? if you want to go and talk about this in a lot more detail, like this motherfucker right here, then you can make a video response to this, because it's YouTube, and people make videos, and if they didn't, YouTube would not exist, and it'd be fucking pointless to go to. Anyhow, this always is Alpha Omega Sin, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers. Game the fuck